Hey guys, Matt Bishop here. We are at the TLA in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I am sitting here with one of the members of my favorite bands.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not lying, it's one of my favorite bands. I'm sitting here with Alejandro from Boyce Avenue. Alejandro, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. We're just started our second half of our U.S. tour, and I think this is like our fourth or fifth show.
That's awesome.
Things are going well, though.
Now, you guys have kind of a unique and pretty awesome story. You guys started out down in Florida as a cover band, pretty much. And I know you guys have some original songs. We'll get to that in a little bit, but you guys just kind of start putting videos up on YouTube, and it just kind of exploded on you. Can you talk to me a little bit about how things got started in the journey?
Well, yeah. Well, for me, it was kind of like it's a brother thing because it's me and my two older brothers, and we all at some point went to the University of Florida in Gainesville. It's in Central Florida. So we kind of started like a lot of people do, just doing like playing out in bars and pubs and that kind of stuff, and doing like a few originals that we had at the time, but a lot of times we would just do like our favorite songs at the time. So it seemed like a natural progression instead of just keep on playing from bar to bar to just like film ourselves doing some of those songs that we were performing at the bars, and then just to put it on YouTube and just kind of see what happened. You know, it was kind of like a plan we had to try to get just exposure, you know, to try to get our music out there. And thankfully, and very grateful that it seemed to take off. Like a lot of people would just spread it to their friends, and the more people, the more fans we'd make, then the more people they could spread it to, and it just kind of kept growing and growing.
Well, it's a great idea. There's no doubt about it, and it's working quite well. You guys have,
unfortunately,
I think I read somewhere about 300 million hits on YouTube total.
Something crazy.
That's
like
incredible.
That.
How did you guys go about picking your cover songs? Like, is there just kind of a moment where you guys are like, this one, we're gonna do it?
Sometimes that does happen. It's kind of like a combination of, we try to keep it like a balance because our fans and our interest in music is pretty widespread, from like songs that we grew up listening to as kids. Like we just recently posted a Journey cover. That was a song we've loved as kids growing up, and then I think not too long ago, like we posted a cover of like a Rihanna song. So we try to keep it somewhat balanced, but for the most part, it's a combination of songs that we're into now and songs that are just like some of our favorite songs of all time. And regardless of what song we do, we always try to kind of put like our own unique spin on it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, I'm sure a lot of people out there want to know, myself included, certain songs like comes to my head like Teenage Dream, Forever by Chris Brown. How do you guys kind of go about rewriting them and kind of making it your own? And some of them, like, you know, if it's by a female, you guys change the lyrics completely. Where does that, how do you do it?
It's interesting. I mean, a lot of the stuff I kind of grew up, it's like if you grow up covering songs, you get to learn a lot about music theory, and you get to learn a lot about your own vocal range, what sounds best for your voice, and you kind of want it to have like your own sound, because I feel like that's what the majority of our fans identify with. You know, like if it's cool to be diverse, and we do try to change it up, but like if you get a little too schizophrenic, a little too crazy on it, it's hard to really identify with a Boyce Avenue sound. So I think the challenge, but the fun part, is especially to take songs like you've mentioned that don't have any acoustical instruments in them, and the challenge is to try to make it sound like us, you know, whether it's piano or acoustic guitar, to try to give it our own sound. So I think a lot of it just kind of has to stay true to who you are, because a lot of the lyrics, obviously if it's a female singing it, you know, like I'm not going to want to sing the exact wording, you got to change it from a male perspective. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, just kind of finding the right key that suits my voice and the right arrangement and instruments to use in that song that work for that key in my voice and our sound. That whole thing just kind of happens.
What do you think is your favorite song that you guys have ever covered?
Favorite? I think probably one of the ones I'm most proud of is Will You Be There by Michael Jackson. It's kind of like a interesting, I don't know, it's just so different yet faithful to the original. It's like this combination of kind of like paying tribute, but at the same time making it our own. So I'm really pleased with how that one turned out. That one and Fast Car are up there for me.
Oh, I love Fast Car.
Oh, thanks.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
You guys also have original material, and I think, you know, a lot of those that are, you know, the Boyce Avenue faithful aren't really aware of that. So you guys have 2 albums out. Tell everybody a little bit more.
That's kind of been the whole objective from the beginning, because I think that one of the most like special things about being a musician, when you especially playing live, since we're here, is like seeing people sing back lyrics that you've written, you know, like having your own personal message. And I think that goes hand in hand with like songs like Teenage Dream and Only Girl, where I've rewritten some of the lyrics to kind of show more of like, if I had written that song, the spin that I would have put on it.
Right.
So a lot of it kind of stems back to us having a message and being very proud of that as brothers, and having original songs. So the cover thing is fun, and we love doing it. But the ultimate goal is to be like any of our favorite bands. You know, we have a message to write songs. We produced our own album. We funded it. We mixed it. You know, like all that kind of stuff from nothing, you know, from the ground up. We made this album that we're really proud of, and. Yeah, so I mean, we have originals. Most of what we play live, we do throw in a handful of covers, but we play originals, and we tend to see that our fans actually gravitate towards that. Like those hardcore fans that show up to the concerts seem to really be moved and touched by the originals. So that's kind of like our main goal is to find this balance between the covers and originals, and to, you know, please the fans, but also like get our message out there.
Mm-hmm. Whether it's doing a cover song or writing your own material, who do you guys kind of look up to and draw inspiration from? Who are you fans of?
Some of our biggest musical influences are probably the Goo Goo Dolls for sure. John Mayer, Coldplay is up there for us. We love Linkin Park. Yeah, like Dave Matthews was helped me to become a better acoustic guitarist just from learning a bunch of his songs early on.
I just saw him up at Randall's Island like 2 weeks ago. It was amazing. He did like a little acoustic set with Tim Reynolds.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's my favorite stuff of them is him and Tim Reynolds, the acoustic stuff. So. Yeah, those are probably our biggest musical inspirations for sure.
Do you guys think you will ever cover Alejandro by Lady Gaga?
I don't think we will ever cover that, but we have seen that a lot, because as I'm sure some of you know, or I hope you know, that's my name, Alejandro. But yeah, that would be interesting, right?
Hey, something to keep on the back burner. You might have to one day.
We might. Yeah.
After this tour run, what's next for Boyce Avenue?
Well, actually, usually when we finish tours, we kind of go back to like doing some videos, recording music, just to keep it going, to keep putting out videos and product for our fans. But in the immediate future, this November, we're actually excited that it's going to be our 5th time in Europe. We're going to head to Europe. Then we'll probably take it a little easy for the holidays, spend time with family, that kind of stuff. And then I think January, we're just like, it's almost like non-stop touring and recording music for us. Like I think we're going to try to go to Southeast Asia or Latin America, and then back to the US, back to Europe, and just keep going.
Nice.
Yeah, non-stop.
Well,
it's good though, yeah.
That's going to be it for all of us. These guys got to hit the stage soon. I'm hoping that maybe one day I can jam with you guys. I play a little bit of guitar, not as well as you guys. I mean, you guys are fantastic,
nice,
but you know, I try. I could play a couple.
That's cool. Yeah. We always try to put tabs out. That's one thing I'm proud of. That we try to put tabs out for
I
other
sit
guitar
there,
players, yeah.
or I'll watch the YouTube video and I kind of put my laptop here,
Yeah.
upside down, and I watch. I'm like, what is he doing?
Nice.
What is he doing? I've been trying to learn the Bruno Mars one, but I can't.
That's tough.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, Boyce Avenue,
Thanks,
they are phenomenal. Aside from their covers, which are, I like some of them better than the originals. I'm not going to say who, though. I don't want to offend you.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
true.
I mean?
That's a good idea.
They have awesome original material, guys. Check it out. YouTube. It's on iTunes. You can download all their albums and catch them on tour if they're coming to a city near you. Thanks, man.
Thanks so much, man.
No problem. Thank you.